Hello, everyone. I am joined by a previous client of mine. This is Hazel, and Hazel is a nutritionist and exercise specialist. She is a mother of three, and she came to me 6 months ago when she was struggling to get over her ex-partner who was a narcissist. And previous to that, she also dated a narcissist previous to that. So she came to me for help and guidance through my online courses with my colleague and also myself. And we've been working together now for a few months. And I want to share with you this hopeful story because Hazel had a real tough time with this narcissist, and she was struggling to hold two jobs together while looking after three children. And I want to say to you, Hazel, like, well done. I mean, high five to you. But now she's actually, her life has just moved forward in leaps and bounds. When she came to me, she was really frightened about dating. She didn't feel like she could trust somebody and sometimes trust her own decisions because of what had happened previous. But now her life is going amazing. She spends loads of time with her children, which is so important. And also she's met a wonderful guy without going on one Tinder date. So Hazel, please share, how did you do it? So what was life before we met 6 months ago? What was that like for you?
So life before was very dark. I didn't have much hope. I was very, very lost. My confidence was absolutely shot. I felt really nervous. I didn't want to go into dating. I didn't trust myself. I was still being manipulated by my ex. And I just felt very broken, really, and really lonely, really, really lonely and hopeless.
And I remember you saying that you just didn't want to date anybody and you didn't even know where to find somebody to date. So
I
how
just didn't think
did it come? Sorry?
I just didn't think it was possible. I just couldn't visualize it in my head. Before we had the sessions, I was seeing too much narcissism very much in my headspace, and I just couldn't visualize anything else.
Yeah, you've just been scarred by a narcissist, like not just once, but twice. And it's enough to put anybody off dating, isn't it? So how did you feel that the work that we did together helped you to overcome this fear of dating?
So it very much opened up my mindset and just got me thinking more laterally. It made me feel that I could move forward, that I had much more bravery, that there was hope, that there were other options, that the world was a different place to what I was seeing in this tiny kind of microcosm of what I'd experienced with a narcissist. So I just had that, that bolstering, really, that glimmer of hope, and I was building more confidence in my mind about who I was, getting to know myself better and what I wanted.
So how did the work solve your problem? Everybody's different. So how did it solve your problem? What did the work do for you?
So I think it solved my problem by allowing me the space to actually think differently, to have a different purpose. When the narcissist is completely in your head all the time, they're trying to get in your headspace. They're trying to dominate the way that you think, what you think is possible in life, how you're going to be, everything. And it completely reconnected with me. It was very much learning, speaking to you, having that kindness and support was helpful about just reconnecting with me and knowing what I wanted in life, and and knowing that it was possible as well, just feeling that kind of bravery. So it really broke through lots of barriers, lots of hurt, lots of very deep wounds that I'd very much held on to, and I feel much more myself now. I feel much more free, and just not consumed by all that hurt and other people's problems, other people's scars now. I'm at the heart of who I am.
Yeah. And I remember only a few months ago you were saying, I don't want to date. I wouldn't have a clue where to start. And now you're dating a really nice guy and he sounds lovely. So
yeah,
brilliant.
I was yes, I'm taking everything very much day by day, but a massive factor for me is warmth. When people will know when you're with a narcissist, it's very, very cold, that you don't get anything back from them. It's very much one way. And a very big difference is that I'm feeling a lot of warmth, a lot of connection, a lot of kindness. Easy. It's just very much just easy company, and it makes me feel confident and content, and just in the moment.
Like, a lot of people say that you are what you believe, and what we believe we attract. But when we looked into your subconscious mind, and you also told me yourself that you come from a really loving family and there was no beliefs installed upon you from a parent or anything like that. But when we regressed you back, there was a time in history when you was just a girl, where somebody in your class was taken out of school by a strange man, and he was terrorizing the neighborhood. And that really affected you in a bad way, didn't it? With your beliefs about men and what men are about. You believe that men were dangerous.
It was very difficult for me to trust any male strangers. And it did. There was a deep-rooted fear. I felt, I felt.
When we released that was when everything changed.
Absolutely, yeah. It was huge, actually. It did take me a couple of weeks to process that, and going back quite tough. I realised how much of an effect it had on me. But as I was breaking through it, it just really lifted so much for me, and I felt so much more free and so much happier to let go of it, because it was very much weighing on my shoulders.
Because when we're children, we often internalize things a lot different to when we're adults. And when you was younger, obviously it's very justified that you seen what was going on when you was younger, and then you form the belief that men are dangerous, that men are not to be trusted at such a young age. I think you was 9, wasn't you? And it's so strange how we can still hold that belief in our subconscious even when we're 39, and we can see through that lens of that belief. So just releasing that belief alone just changed everything for you, which is amazing. And it's just something that, because it's subconscious, it's something so deep, you'd have never thought of that consciously, but the subconscious mind told us differently, didn't it?
Definitely, yeah. It was quite surprising, actually.
Very surprising. So what is the results that you have seen in your day-to-day life that you're most pleased with?
I think just, contentment. Like, you just don't think it's possible. You have so much weight on your shoulders, and so much fear, and so much angst, and so much doubt in yourself. And I'm really enjoying being free. I feel free. I feel content. I feel capable. And, I feel that I'm seen, and I'm understood, and I'm valued, which is, what I really wanted to feel, and that's really important. Obviously, talking to you, and you, that was very much, you know, how you interact in terms of really deeply understanding and you know, getting to know me and giving me that time and that space, and very much that's been mirrored in the relationship that I've started, that I'm feeling more value, more respect, more understanding and connection. So yeah, that's been amazing.
It's amazing. This is why I love self-development work, because it's absolutely priceless, isn't it? This is,
Oh, 100%. It changes your life. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
yeah.
I'm in a completely different space now, and I'm hugely, hugely grateful. I didn't think it was possible at all. And I also think I didn't know how to get into dating. And it was a friend that was sitting with me at dinner that just happened to know somebody, and she thought that we'd match. And that was the first date I went on, and it was very positive, and we've been on lots of dates since. So, you know, it's been great.
Coming from a lady who said, I don't think I will ever date again, only like, what, months ago? That's
I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine it. I was too consumed by fear. I really just imagined I'd meet another narcissist. I couldn't possibly imagine there would be kind. But there is kindness out there.
I'm just really happy for you. So what would you say to somebody, say like your younger self, say 6 months ago, if say somebody was like wanting to embark on a self-development journey, but maybe they had a few objections, like, oh, I can't afford it, or maybe it might not work for me, which is normal. I felt like this before. But what would you say to somebody, or your younger self? What would you say to them?
Oh, it's the best investment I've ever made, because otherwise I'd probably still be stuck, and you know, that could go on for years. You know, I don't know how else I would break free from that, and it's incredibly painful. You know, and meeting somebody and having that connection is the best, you know, the ultimate thing that you want from life. You want love and connection. Obviously, I have love and connection from my kids, but you know, having it in an adult partner is, you know, what I aim for the most after that, you know, because it's so important in life. That's what makes life meaningful. So, yeah, 100%. I would absolutely dive in and do it. And just, you know, you don't have to know where you're going at the beginning or know how it's going to work, but just trust in the process, and yeah, and go for it.
Brilliant. Thank you. I'm just really happy, and I love to see results like this, but you did really work hard at it. Now, if anybody wants to contact you, because you're also an amazing copywriter, and you're an exercise and fitness specialist, how would people find you?
So I've got a website, rechargeablewellbeing.com.
I'll put the link in the comments as well. Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry.
So rechargeablewellbeing.com is my website, so they can go onto my contact page.
Okay, cool. And I'll put the link in the bio. And just to remind anyone, if you are thinking about going on a self-development journey, Hazel's progress has only been a few months and a few sessions of rapid transformational therapy, isn't it? So yeah. Not even, it saves so much money on expensive, long, drawn-out therapy that could last for many years. It's super quick, rapid transformational therapy. I'll put a link in the comments as well. So if anybody's interested, or just like signing up for a free call to see where you are now and where you'd like to be in 3 months' time. So we'll put the links to both myself and also Hazel's contact details. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you, Hazel. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'd really love it if you kept me updated with what's happening, like any rings on fingers, or if I need to buy a hat or anything like that. That'll be awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.